is going on, ladies and gentlemen? How you guys doing today? Hopefully you guys are doing fantastic. We're out and about, bikes in the shop, so figured to do something a little bit different, share a little bit of San Diego scenery. It's a beautiful day out, beautiful weather, helicopters, planes, the water, boats and hoes. You know what I'm talking about. Anyways, we're gonna go ahead and get started. We're gonna jump in the car and make this happen, so stick around. And just like that, we're in the car. Anyways, let's get going. Like I said, today we're doing something a little bit different. We're gonna be doing a car vlog. Bikes in the shop, like I mentioned. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button down below, and if you're not following me on Instagram, make sure you go do that. I'll put all that stuff down below as well. I know we all like watching motor vlogs and we all enjoy that stuff, but sometimes you're just not in the mood to watch a motor vlog and you're looking for something a little bit different. So today I wanted to share 5 different YouTube channels that I watch that I really enjoy, that I think you guys might enjoy as well. Although I need to know where I'm going, because I don't know where I'm going. There are so many motor vlogs out there, and sometimes you just want to watch something a little bit different. I know I do at times, so there's a lot of different genres on YouTube, a lot of different things to watch, so much content out there. It's just absolutely ridiculous. So I figured that maybe I'll take the time and share something that I enjoy watching, a couple channels that I really like watching, some new channels, at least 1 or 2 new channels that I recently found that, man, I've just been binge watching. Let's go ahead and jump right in this and get to the first channel, not keep you guys waiting. The first channel that I really recommend, and on this one, I recommend that you guys go all the way back to the beginning videos and watch it, and so you can see the progression, but it's called Sailing La Vagabonde. It's a really cool, really interesting channel about a guy who's from Australia originally, I believe, and he's a younger guy, probably, I don't know, mid-20s, late 20s, something like that, and he just decides he wants to sail around the world, and he takes you along with the adventure. I really like this channel. A couple things that I really like is you get to see from his perspective not only the world, how crazy it is to travel on the ocean by yourself out in the middle of nowhere, and you just kind of wonder, like, man, you're out there all alone. If something happens, you have to deal with it. It's like all on you. Eventually he ends up meeting this chick that he ends up dating, and they end up going together. So like the more recent ones, and I think even pretty early on, these 2 people are actually on the boat. They both do really good content. They take their time editing videos. They're consistent. I think they've been doing it for about 2 years now, maybe a year and a half. The channel's grown pretty big. You don't necessarily need to be into sailing or into boats to really enjoy this channel. It's just really good content. That's one of the reasons why this is one of my favorite channels to watch. And when I watch it, I usually binge watch it. That's the type of channel it is. So I definitely recommend you guys go check that channel out. Really interesting. Make sure you tell them I sent you, of course. And in terms of this list that I'm talking about, it's not really in any particular order. They're all freaking fantastic, awesome channels to watch, so I'm not recommending one over the other, but it's definitely going to be a good list. Also, if you guys have like specific channels that you guys watch that you guys really enjoy, I'm always looking for new content to watch, so I would definitely love for you to leave your comments down below, leave a link or the name of the channel, and I'll go check them out for sure. Also, if any of these that I'm mentioning you guys watch, make sure to let me know down below that I'm not the only one watching them that's enjoying the content. Alright, number 2. This one I think a lot of you might actually already be watching. It's a podcast. It's a Joe Rogan podcast. It is by far one of my favorite things to watch, especially if I'm in the car and I'm driving or anything like that. It's great to listen to. He always has crazy interesting people. I mean, like, if you guys don't know who David Goggins is, he was on there. He's always got MMA fighters on there. I don't know. He's just always got really cool people, and have, you know, it's not your typical boring podcast. It's super entertaining. He's obviously really good at what he does. He's an entertainer, a comedian, and I mean, I don't know. His content and these videos are just off the chain. He's sitting there smoking a fat one, talking about some shit that it just makes your mind go, what the hell are you talking about? And he's not afraid to touch a subject, which is something that I really find fascinating. A lot of people like to beat around the bush around certain things, or try to be politically correct, you know, all that bullshit. He's not into that. He's straight up gonna freaking tell you what he thinks. His guests typically straight up tell you what they think, and they get in some debates about like space. I think he had, what's his name, Neil deGrassen, I never can get this right, but he was on there and they've had some crazy conversations. They talk about dogs, they talk about space, they talk about weed, they talk about stem cell research. I mean, there's no specific topic. It's all over the board. I think if you tune into any one of them, you're going to be interested. He's always got something interesting. It's never a boring show when you're watching Joe Rogan. So make sure you guys go check him out. I can almost guarantee that a lot of you already watch him. So yeah, leave your comment down below if you do, because I know you probably. It's a little awkward making a vlog in a car, driving with the camera facing me, and you know, focusing on the road, but you know, trying to give you guys the attention you guys deserve. I'm not used to doing anything like this, but since the bike's out, I really wanted to make a video, and this topic was on my mind for a little bit, and you know, I say fuck it, we'll do a car vlog and see how it turns out. So we'll see. The next channel that I'm gonna talk about is called Mike Boyd. I think it's just his name. A really interesting channel. It's more about being able to learn a new talent, I guess, and how long it takes you to learn a new talent. So like one episode, which was really, I mean, it's kind of funky when you think about it and how he does it, but essentially he learns how to ride a special bicycle. And when I mean special, I mean it looks like a regular bicycle, except when you turn the bars to the left, the wheel goes right, and when you turn the bars to the right, the wheels go left. So it's I don't know, your mind, if you know how to ride a bike, it's just completely weird. And you can imagine how hard that would be after learning how to ride a normal bicycle all your life, to all of a sudden try to rewire your brain to ride this bike a different way. He learned how to like break glass with your voice, do the Rubik's Cube. He also did like, he wanted to learn how to do, what are those, not chin-ups or up-down, I don't know, when you kind of do a pull-up but then you pull your body all the way to the top. He learned how to do that, and kick flips, all kinds of random things. I mean, it's just a really cool channel, and he kind of puts a little timer down below so you can get an idea how long it took him to learn how to do that thing that he's working on, whatever the thing is that he's working on at the time. And I thought that was really cool, because a lot of times, you know, he counts it in hours, so it's like 30, 40 hours for some of the harder things that he's trying to do. And it's cool to see that someone out there has so much dedication that they can invest that much time into something to learn a new skill. And actually, one of the coolest videos he did was earlier, you know, everyone's doing the 2018 videos, and you know, at the end of the year, he did one where he wanted to see if he retained all the skills from a lot of the random shit he learned over the last year or two or whatever it is. And so we made one video doing all of those in like one consecutive take, and that was an awesome video. So I definitely recommend checking out Mike Boyd. It's a really cool channel. The third channel that we're going to talk about is called Yes Theory. It's one of my favorite channels as well. I mean, all of these really are my favorite. They're all really good. But this one, I mean, if you look at it from like an outside perspective, they have a saying that they use called "seek discomfort," and it really encapsulates what their whole video and all their videos are about. It's about changing your perspective and stopping to say no to everything, and maybe saying yes from time to time, and doing things outside of your box. So like, for example, they walked around the streets of LA and were asking random people if they wanted to go skydiving, and they had to say yes, and they had to go like drop everything they were doing and then they go do it. And so they found two random strangers that said yes to it, and basically took them skydiving and recorded the whole experience. It's such a cool thing, and just kind of like, out of all the no's you get, and makes you think like, man, all that these people just did was say yes. And they had some of the craziest experiences of life. One of the crazier ones were, there was these tourists that were here from, I don't know where they were, but they, you know, they were walking around asking like, hey, can we kidnap you for the day, and we'll take you on an amazing date. And you can imagine how many no's they got, you know. But this couple that was here in like Long Beach, or in Venice, they're in Venice, I think, and they were in like a layover for I think 7 hours, 8 hours or something like that, and they got them to say yes. And they did some crazy date, took them all over LA, had all these things planned, which was absolutely ridiculous. And it just kind of cool channel that shows that when you step out of your box, sometimes good things can happen. So really cool channel, definitely recommend it. Like I said, it was a newer channel that I found, and I've just really been into it. The fourth channel I'm pretty sure you guys know this one. Well, maybe you don't. He just started his channel. I think he started it like 2 months ago or a month ago. He's already at 1 million subscribers, and I'm sure as soon as I say who it is, you're gonna be like, oh, that makes sense. It's Will Smith. Will Smith started his own YouTube channel, and it seems like he has his own like videographer that follows him around to do all this stuff. So you can imagine the content is really good, really crisp, really clean. Just, you know, like, it's what you would expect. Like, if I told you, like I'm telling you now, that Will Smith has a YouTube channel, you already formulate this picture of what it would be, right? Because I know when people say Will Smith, they're like, you know, he's a cool guy, he's a good actor, he seems like a really cool dude, and what you think in your head his channel would be like is pretty much what it is. For example, I was talking about Yes Theory. Yes Theory challenged Will Smith to jump out of a helicopter on a bungee jumping. You know, that was their goal. And he responded. He had 3 requirements. 1, they do it for charity. 2, after his next movie. And 3, they do it over the Grand Canyon. He upped that bar, as you would expect from Will Smith. So, one of the really good channels, a newer channel, and it is exactly what you would expect from someone like Will Smith. So make sure to go check that one out. I think you guys will really enjoy that one. And you know what? I have no idea where I'm going. Oh, I do know where I'm going. We're going to Kenny's house. We're going to hang out. But I didn't know what freeway to go. And now there's cars and traffic, and it's hard to do that. Oh, look, a Daytona, except it's a car. You know what? I'm thinking this driving and vlogging is much harder than I thought it was, because I think I miscounted to the number 5. Let me just validate. I said selling the Vagabonde, right? This is the first one I mentioned. Then I said the Joe Rogan podcast. I said Mike Boyd. I said Yes Theory, and I said Will Smith. Holy crap, I totally miscounted. I was like, I'm sure you guys were like, what are you talking about, idiot? You said 4, 5, 3, I don't know. Whatever. Those are the 5 channels that I think you guys should check out. If, like I said, if you guys have channels that you guys are watching that you think I could check out, that I'd be interested in, I'd love to hear them. Make sure to leave that comment down below. If you guys are watching any of the ones that I'm watching, maybe let me know what your favorite episode was, or what you like about those channels. Oh, time to get over. Yeah, like I said, or what you like about the channels. I mean, there's so many different options when you're watching YouTube. I was just kind of curious, you know, what everyone else is watching besides motovlogs. Everyone watches motovlogs, we know it. And, you know, maybe some different type of content that you guys are watching. A couple things I want to remind you guys about. Don't forget to hit on my Instagram, GhostNinja SD. You guys always know I post a lot of pictures up there, a lot of content. Usually post there pretty often. I don't know, quite a bit actually. I'm also on Twitter, so make sure to check that out. If you guys want some of this sweet ninja swag, you want key tags, stickers, a hat, or anything like that, make sure to go to GhostNinjaSD.com. All that stuff's up there. You guys can pick it up. What else do I got to say? Oh yeah, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button down below, and until next time, I hope you guys have a fantastic day. Peace.